Hi guys, Elena Doms here. It's been a while since I shared my insights and I thought today is the day. For those of you who don't know me, I'm LinkedIn Top Green Voice and a CEO at a nature tech called Earth Plus. And I promised with many of you to share the insights as I followed through my journey of quitting a corporate job a few years ago and becoming a CEO of a nature tech for impact. So here we are today because I have a really important message and something that I realized strongly in the past couple of weeks. And that is the time for being a good girl is over. Good girls do not change the world. If I look at my life before that, I've always been a good girl. When I was little and the grown-ups were having parties, normal parties, nothing extraordinary, I would just sit in an adjacent room and I would be very, very quiet so I wouldn't disturb anyone. When I went to school, I would sit on the front row, I would always raise my hand and I will do homework to the best of my abilities that I could. I got straight A's, of course. I did music school in parallel, and there once again, I always listened to the teachers. I always did all of my homework, straight A's once again. And that pattern went on when I went to the university and when I got a corporate job. I listened to my bosses, I listened to my teachers, I did what people told me to do. And that worked for my career for a while. But then I decided that I really want to stop and I want to pursue impact. And when I became a CEO of a nature tech, I realized it's not the way to go forward anymore. Because being a good girl means two things. The first one is being average. We're conditioned in the society to be average, to not speak up when we disagree, to do what other people tell us because somebody knows better, right? We're conditioned to be the same, not too different from anybody else. But if we look around us and in the world around us, those who are change makers, those who are disruptors, those who are doing crazy things and doing good crazy things or bad crazy things, they are never average. They just aren't. They look different, they dress different, they speak different, they lead masses behind them. And average people are the ones that are following. They're not the ones that are changing the world. And the second thing for me is being a good girl means accepting the status quo. And the more I dive into our work that we're doing on soils, the more I realize that I disagree with the status quo profoundly. I think it's not okay that we are losing our soils at a crazy speed and soon I don't know where we are going to grow food. I think it's not okay that now we need to eat 8 tomatoes to get the same level of nutrients as we got from 1 tomato 100 years ago. I think it's not okay that our soils, our food, our water is polluted, full of chemicals, full of microplastics, that we're poisoning ourselves. I go to the supermarket and I see a minefield and I see statistics of how much pollution could be in that food. And that is not okay. I think it's our right to have clean soils, to have clean food, to have clean water. And being a good girl means accepting the status quo, but I strongly disagree. The same status quo also means that we always believe that technology will save us, technology and engineering. Yet we keep forgetting that nature has been there for billions of years, that nature is so much smarter than us, that nature is fully circular, that nature removes currently 54% of our extra greenhouse gas emissions. Yet we close our eyes on nature, we continue destroying it, and we strongly believe that technology is the way to go. No, it's not. It's a combination of the two. We have to revive nature. We are nature, after all. We cannot survive without it. So, as a CEO of a nature tech startup, I promise you and I vow you that I will be nothing but a good girl. And that is not going to mean that I'm going to be rude to people, but it just means that I'm going to go forward and I'm going to lead our team towards the vision that I strongly believe in, towards the change that we have to have in the world. Because I don't want to live in a world where we see nature destruction, where we see pollution, where we see degradation. I want to live in a world where we are thriving. I want to live in a world where we see regeneration. I want to be able to touch different products and know that these products aren't doing bad for the environment, but they are regenerating it, that they are doing good for it. And I want to know that we are doing something different, that we are creating long-lasting change for generations to come. So I vow you that from now on, I'm not going to be good in that sense. I'm going to challenge the status quo. I'm going to try lots of different things and probably fail at 99% of them. But that 1% might just succeed and change the world massively. I will also go to speak up for what I believe in, to speak up for the vision that we are trying to bring. And I want to share with you today that wherever you are in the world, the time for being good girls or good boys for that matter is over. Let's be the change makers that we are. Let's be authentic selves. Let's pursue our dreams. Let's do what we believe in strongly. Let's not just follow the lead of somebody else who we think knows better, because if every time somebody else who knew better would lead us, we wouldn't be in the world that we live in today. It's time to build a world that is much better than that. The world where we are all thriving. And to do that, we need to start listening to ourselves and need to start doing the things that we really, really, truly believe in. Thank you very much. That was my short message for today. If you think that somebody else really needs to hear it, please share that video. And wherever you are in the world, please promise me that today you will be your authentic self and you will kick ass in what you believe in. Thank you.